Apple's going to allow businesses to buy ads in Apple Maps. And I can already hear people being like, wow, Apple Maps is sucking, which I still don't like it. To be clear, I still like Google Maps a lot more. Google Maps, you probably don't know this, but has had ads for an extremely long period of time.
A Google product with ads?
It's their main.
Are you
their
sure?
main moneymaker? That's crazy. Yeah. No, I mean, if you go on Google Maps right now, you'll just see Dunkin' Donuts around you without trying to search for it.
It's so weird. Oh, is that in? Maybe that's in Waze. I think Waze when you're just like driving and it's just like, hey, there's a Wendy's right there. It's like, okay, cool. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like your friend pointing out the window, like, hey.
Yeah,
there's a Wendy's right there.
So it's going to allow people, people that want to sell ads to have suggested places at the top of search results. And this is going to be based on places that are trending and based on your recent searches. And it will not be associated with your Apple account because all of the data is stored on device. So they're still trying to be hardcore about security about that. And they also say that the places that you go to are not shared with advertisers. Now, that's also what ChatGPT said when they said that they were going to do ads, but we'll have to see if that's true.
What's funny about that is Maps is like a very personal app. It's like where you're going and your location all the time.
Yeah.
And I do feel like, and maybe this is a hot take, but everyone loves, to talk about, I would rather have privacy than have personalized ads. But when you're in your Maps app, wouldn't you rather have personalized ads than like, I never drink coffee. Why am I still getting Starbucks ads everywhere I go? I would rather have the personalized ad for the thing that I would actually maybe go to than constantly get things that are not associated with me at all. Yeah, I feel like that. I would actually appreciate that because I might actually go to the Jollibee and I would never go to the Starbucks that I might get an ad for from Apple.
You go to Starbucks a lot for a non-coffee drinker.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe that's a bad example.
But I just want to say, I've never seen someone go to Starbucks as often and never order coffee.
I think people, I just get the breakfast.
You're big on the pumpkin bread.
The bread is... Can I warm it up for you? Yeah. Yes, you can.
I think best item at Starbucks is the thing that has the spinach and the feta wrap, the spinach feta wrap.
It's a solid breakfast. Yeah, they got a couple breakfast sandwiches. Right. Anyway, my point is Google is going to give me ads
definitely not.
Based on the way too much that it knows about me.
Yeah.
And Apple is going to give me ads based on the knowing nothing about me.
Yeah.
And I suspect I'll be more annoyed by the ones that are for the thing that I've never considered going to.
That's kind of the big question that's been asked for the last few years, because when Apple dropped the Ask App Not to Track feature, and then Meta was like, wouldn't you rather that you had more integrated? And it's like, it's kind of, I don't know. I know a lot of people who buy a lot of things from Instagram ads. Mm-hmm. So I've never bought anything from an Instagram ad because I will not let them win. But I know that it can be quite effective for a lot of people. It reminds me of that story of the woman who didn't know she was pregnant, but Amazon did because it was certain
Target, yeah.
Target?
Yeah, Target. And then they start recommending things for
it was targeted her, I guess.
It was also a minor. So
I'll be interested in how this pops up. Is it popping up while you're searching for places? Is that taking over the top of it? Is it just suggestions when you first open Apple Maps? Is like you think about places like Yelp that were a place thing, and Yelp is just destroyed ever since they did all the like ads. You can pay to get like placed up higher and better reviews or whatever. No one cares about Yelp anymore.
Yelp has also famously like kind of exploited businesses and called them and be like, we're going to take you off of our recommendations if you don't pay us. That's like there are stories about this. It's crazy. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I don't even know how many people actually use Apple Maps anymore, but or not anymore, but ever did.
As long as it's clearly marked as an ad so I can very quickly skip it, then I'm happy.
Yeah. So
that's the hard part though, is like, what if the ad does look really scrumptious?
Then that's a successful...
I know, but how many, like what you said, if you see it say ad, I'm usually like hardwired to skip, but then there's the times where it's like, that does sound really good, but is this actually good or is this just an ad?
Then you got to do the second layer of research of like, let me click it, let me look at the reviews.
I'm hungry. I'm just trying to eat.
I know. It's usually
I'm trying to research.
That's why I don't like, that's just why nobody wants ads in Maps. Like you just want to find the thing, go to the thing. But the ad's going to pop up and be like, hey, what about, you want to go to this other place? You're like, no, I actually opened this app just to go somewhere else. Thank you very much.
It is frustrating. Even in Google Maps, it'll be like best food near me, and it'll give me like a 4.5 because that restaurant like paid for it or whatever. It's like suggested sponsored result. And it's like, ugh. Yeah, Apple is in this weird place where it's like slowly trying to transition towards other revenue sources because they're scared of the iPhone making less money over time and all of these things happening. And they can't retain as many people as they want on their other services. So
This will come up again later in this podcast.
Oh, it will.
Yeah,
It will.
it will.
Foreshadowing.
So we'll see how that happens.
Marques, what are you more excited about? The Samsung A series or Flighty?
Is that a question? Is that a real question?
I said
Literally licked his lips when we heard Flighty.
before we
For
started
audio listeners.
before we started recording, I was like, I think Flighty is like top 5 app of all time.
Insane take.
And it's not like it's not multi-platform. It's not like a very broad thing that everyone can use. Not everybody flies enough to give it any hoots about Flighty. But if you do fly a lot, Flighty is goated, and everybody who flies a lot knows that. So it's weirdly it's tucked away in the corner of like, hey, do you fly a lot? No question about it. This app is unbelievably useful.
That will be a Flighty ad by Monday.
Sorry, it's just fact. Anyway, they just announced another thing. So kind of like. I'm describing it as like Waze for airports. They're calling it airport intelligence. And essentially what it does is it allows you a broader view of like what's going on with airports in general. So Flighty, for those who don't know, is like a flight tracker app. You put in your flight information. It tells you everything you need to know about your flight as you're about to fly, while you're flying. As soon as you land, it tells you where your baggage is going to be. If it's delayed, it tells you why it's delayed before the airline usually does. All this stuff. It's super useful. So airport intelligence is like, let's say, hypothetically, there's something going on with airports in your area.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. This could happen, maybe.
The timing for this release is perfect.
It's really good timing.
Yeah.
So something weird's going on at an airport in your area, and it's affecting like kind of all flights, and you're flying tomorrow, and you just kind of want to get an idea of like, maybe I should go to security check-in like 2 or 3 hours early, for example. Just a hypothetical. You would be able to look at the airports in your area and look at their status in this, which is sort of aggregating a bunch of data, I assume, from Flighty users and from, the FAA and everything, contributing to one spot, kind of like Waze. And you can get an idea of if the airport in question is affected or not and make your decision accordingly. So, again, as someone who flies a lot, another useful feature, I will be happily using this. It is kind of slow right now, I assume because it just launched, but it is full of information about every airport.
It's crazy that they launched this before the FAA did, but
I think that's the least surprising thing.
I mean, yeah, true. Yeah, there was an interview with the United CEO like a year ago, and they asked him, what is one thing that you wish that you did to like update your tech stack earlier? And he said, I wish we bought Flighty.
Wow.
Like he specifically said that. He was like, they're doing insanely good things, and I think they've made them offers, and they said no.
Yeah, every time I fly, I get my iPhone has the live activity for the United app and for Flighty, and I immediately dismiss the United one because I just use the Flighty one.
You should just not allow it to send you notifications.
Yeah. Well, I also click on it for my boarding pass. That's the one thing I have the United app for, though, is the boarding pass. Everything else I just get from Flighty.
Wait, did they even test this? United boarding pass. If you have multiple people on the reservation and you are not the first one, if you have like your boarding pass up and ready and then lock your phone waiting in line and then come up, it resets back to the first one. I've scanned Adam in before on business trips, and then we have to figure out which one I did wrong.
Yeah.
Terrible, United.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching this clip. If this clip gets 10,000 likes, I will order a Cyborg Rat 7 mouse for the next episode of the podcast. I might do it anyway, but if this clip gets 10,000 likes, I will definitely do it. Just saying.
Rat 7. Rat 7.
Okay.